Don't get crazy in the morning. I don't know, I was just thinking, like, I kind of just felt the first chill in the air, and it reminds me of living in New York, and I fucking hate it. And it reminds me of, I used to get so upset as a child, like second, third grade, when August started rolling around. I would be so fucking upset that we had to go back to school because I wanted the summer to last forever. I really did. Even in like second grade, I hated school. I hated school so much. He's trying to fucking like distance himself from me. He's like, I like school. I hated school so much that I used to throw up before going to school like every day for like my first two, because I repeated ninth grade. But I just fucking hated school. You know, when my parents got divorced, I developed this worst social fucking anxiety. There wasn't even words for what it was back then. And I just fucking hated social situations. I hated, nobody even knew. Nobody, you know, the funny thing is nobody even gave a fuck. It's like I tell people, like, going into the gym. Trust me when I tell you, I've been in the gym a couple times being 300 pounds. Nobody's even fucking paying attention to you. You know what I mean? Now I gotta go find it. Look at you, made all the birds fly out of the tree. Come on, there's somebody sleeping over there. All right, let's go. This is why you can't be by yourself. Because you get into malarkey. Come on. It's 5:30 Let's go, dude. Come on. It's enough. I don't know. I just remember depression would wash over me. And it sounds pathetic, but you feel like when those leaves start falling and people are getting excited for football season, in my head, like if I would have found drugs, like kids would have found drugs today, I probably would be dead. You know what I mean? Like if I found opiates and alcohol when I was in 8th grade and 9th grade, I'd probably be fucking dead by now. You know, I mean, probably wouldn't even have made it till fucking I was 16. I just felt like the loneliest person. I felt like I was like, I'm not even saying it to sound like pathetic. These are just the way the fucking felt. I don't know. I'm not trying to like make, you know, I'm just gonna say it. It sounds fucking gay, but you feel like the loneliest fucking person in the world. It's like there's a person right there. Right there is a person sitting in a lawn chair by herself, and she, I don't know, I've tried to talk to her, and she's got mental health issues, and I just want to go, like, where the fuck is everybody's family at? You know, especially women. You know, like, this is no place for a fucking woman out here. But, you know, as a child, I don't know, I just had, like, the worst social anxiety, like, disorder until I was, like, early 20s. I was okay, like, you know, like, working, and when I got out of school, and, you know, even as a kid, delivering newspapers, knocking on people's doors, it was when you put me in these forced situations, I just couldn't fucking perform, man. I hated it. And that's kind of what made me really get into stand-up comedy, was facing, you know, having to get on stage with a microphone and talk to people was probably the most terrifying thing that one could do. But once I realized that you have the power, because you're the one on stage, you're the one that has the power. I used to feel like the one that was weak whenever I had to get up in front of class and stutter my way through a fucking, like, presentation or something. Now I realize these people want you to entertain them, or they don't want to be up there, so you're up there, and they can hide in the darkness of the crowd. So you have the ability to, if you can seize it, take control of that. And I kind of like, when I was in my 20s, I used to just, I remember I was sitting somewhere, we were in North Carolina at some fucking Taco Cantina shithole restaurant that's had like Taco Tuesdays. It was horrible. We used to go there. I was sitting there talking with my friend Tony at the time. He had the most fucking boringest friends. I swear to God, it was like the Young Republicans Club. They all were like rich people from like Connecticut or like some fucking prep. They all looked like they all went to the same prep school and they didn't even know each other. They were just all, I don't know how the fuck he became friends with these people, but I would sit there before he'd get there and I would feel like some fucking white trash loser, and which is a complete projection of myself onto them. But you know, they would be talking about like, you know, the one girl was talking about being a professional, you know, she was talking about equestrian school and, you know, growing up on a horse farm in some fucking place, and you're just like, and I just kind of started one day going, I'm going to just start taking advantage of, I'm going to just try to steer conversations into shit that I really want to know what people think about things that, you know, I think about. Like, what are your, you know, like, what are your views on this? Or like, or how interesting is something like this? Let's get out of this fucking, you know, I don't know, they're just dorky fucking people. And you're, you know, how many times have you had to like go somewhere and say it's like for Orkin, you would have these little luncheon things where 3 guys from each branch would have to meet somewhere, and you'd all sit there and tell fucking stupid jokes, and one guy would be whatever, and you just go, man, I just don't want to fucking be here right now. So I would try to be funny without really trying, and I would just look at the fucking stupidness of, you know, we're having a meeting like about bugs. Like, we drove cars all the way halfway across the state to talk about how to kill bugs better. Nobody could fucking send an email. We're like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, the things that happen in life as you get older and you look back with the lack of technology we had, you just want to go, what the fuck? You know, it was like the 80s until it wasn't the 80s anymore.